Hi, I'm Lisa of Lisa Grace Wigs, and today I just wanted to show you kind of the evolution of one of my wigs. This is where we're at right now, and I've actually done 2 things to this so far. Oh wait, no, we've done 3 things. It started out just overall very deep brunette with a lot of uneven highlights in it. So being European hair, I knew that I could lighten it, and that's why I actually purchased it. It was going to be a work in progress. I actually did get this gently used about, I think, a year ago. And when it came, the issues were the cut on it was not great. There was a lot of color underneath the cap from rooting, and the highlights in it were just extremely uneven. It was a lot brighter on one side than the other side, and I could not get it parted in a way where it would even that out. And I'm not exactly sure what was done to the wig before I got it. So the first thing I did was I had Grace give it a cut for me. I like little face frames and then angling down and blending it in with the rest of the layering. I also had her add a little bit of layering to the back. It was a little too full, and we actually thinned it out a little bit. So the next step after the cut was to get those highlights evened up. And I actually did this as just an open air balayage style, where I just added in some highlighting, and I did use Guy Tang products, which I can add his purple toner to, and then I actually didn't even need to tone what I had bleached. It came out just a nice kind of beigey color. Sorry for all the wrinkles. I am just wrinkly today. But I guess life is full of wrinkles. Clearly. Looking through my closet recently, I'm realizing that like all of my own personal wigs, they're all in like various stages of either fixing, or I have a new one or two that I want Grace to customize for me. All of mine are just kind of problem children right now. At 10 o'clock last night, I was having a chat with Grace, and I looked over and saw this wig hanging and went, you know what? I would like to wear that wig. But I knew I wasn't going to wear it with just the super dark front. It just didn't look good on me. And I had already dealt with adding the highlights that I like all over it and making it a color that I loved, except for the front. So I mixed up some bleach while we were just sitting there chatting. And I was half asleep. And I put some foils in. The very, very front, I did like full highlight, and then behind that on each side, I did 2 highlight sections. Oh, hello. It's busy in here today. Sorry, dogs are walking back and forth. And this is how it turned out. So I'll kind of show you the hairline. The only thing I did have to do today, which I didn't take a picture, but I accidentally had a tiny bit of bleed in one spot, and I had to reroute that little tiny spot in the front on the right side. But I think it came out okay, and it blends in well. And what's funny is I almost thought maybe it came out too bright, but as I'm looking at it today and I threw it on and I just threw a quick curl in it, I didn't even flat iron it first or anything. I actually kind of like how it's a little bit of a chunkier brightness, which I don't typically usually do for my own preference. But here it is. It's a work in progress. I still think that I might have Grace maybe balayage the ends a little bit just to lighten them up. I'm just not sure. I mean, the hair came absolutely perfectly. I actually only used 10 volume on this, and it took about 20 minutes for it to come up. We find that depending on the hair, like the true European hair, when we do add lightener, it just flash lightens super, super fast. So to get more control over this, Grace always uses the lowest volume when she's highlighting hair. But yeah, I just love how it turned out. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to be wearing this for a while. And this actually started out as a size large. Now I am a size small, and you can always take a cap in. I like the way it turned out. I actually had to undo how it was taken in. When it was sent to me, it was turned into a medium, and it still just did not fit me. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in the inside. I know it's a little Frankenstein, but since this was my personal wig, I just kind of threw the stitches in. There's my scar tape, and you can kind of see the color that was hit on the cap when it was rooted in the past by I'm not even sure who. I absolutely love scar tape. And this is how I took in the ears. So this, on the ears on each side, I think I had to take it in a good 3/4 of an inch. It had to come in a lot. And then there are 2 sections across the back where it's also taken in, just 1 weft on each one. So it still conforms to the head and it's still nice and round. And there's the other ear, just so you can kind of see it. We're very thankful to share our wig journey, and I have a lot of fun making videos. It's kind of my creative outlet about just all things wigs and my own journey. And, you know, it's not just about Lisa Grace Wigs in the shop. I want to show fellow wig sisters just things that you can do with your wigs or different ideas. Really, I just feel blessed to be part of this community and share my story. And at some point, I'm going to get Grace on here. Have a beautiful day.